She has all the rights and we have none.
A Fair Oaks couple forced from their home, and apparently there's nothing they can do about it. They claim a squatter not only moved in, she drew up her own lease. This is a story we've been following, that battle to evict an alleged squatter.
Now, the woman moved into a vacant home in Fair Oaks and then refuses to leave, even filing a restraining order against the homeowner.
To add, insult to injury, she gets to live in the house and have her yellow rose bushes and cut down my trees and do whatever she wants, and there's nothing I can do.
The thing is, it is a growing problem playing out across Northern California. Squatters claiming territory.
Law enforcement is aware of the problem, but in most counties, there's little they can do about it, including Sacramento.
And Fox 40's Simone Albus spoke to an attorney about the difficult legal process of eviction. Simone?
Yeah, good evening, guys. Well, I've been speaking with both legal and law enforcement experts today, and they tell me that it is possible to get a squatter removed from a residence. However, it's going to cost you, and it's likely not going to be a quick fix. A vacant property, perhaps for sale or foreclosed, the ideal haven for a squatter. The squatter moves in, changes the locks, establishes residency, and now that homeowner is left with a complicated problem and a minimal ability to act.
It's not the wild, wild west. Number one, you don't want to have any confrontations because that could lead to all kinds of liability and other stuff.
And the biggest problem is that some squatters are using bogus leases to get their way.
It's kind of counterintuitive where people are like, hey, I own the property. It's my property. Someone decided to just come in and make some bogus claim to, having possession to it.
And trying to force an eviction or exercising your own rights as a homeowner can quickly become a legal nightmare. Sacramento attorney Roop Purewal says it's more common than you might think, and law enforcement isn't always the solution.
Law enforcement officials are really hesitant unless it's pretty clear that it's a clear trespass.
For the Sacramento County Sheriff's Department, removing a squatter isn't as simple as kicking them to the curb.
It's very difficult because a lot of times you don't have the full information when you first get there. So as law enforcement, you need to be very careful on what action you take.
Careful, because the challenge is trying to determine who owns the property and who has the legal right to be there.
We have to differentiate whether it's the landlord just trying to get these people out quickly and using us as a resource to do that, and if we're able to or not, or if it is an actual squatter.
Former California Assemblyman Steve Fox introduced legislation 2 years ago that's helping some homeowners in this fight.
This gives a little more teeth. This avoids the long and tedious eviction process.
It also gives law enforcement the tools to evict a squatter.
It gives law enforcement to say you got 48 hours or you're going to be arrested for trespass. Instead of law enforcement saying it's a civil matter, and now it's going to take you months and you're going to lose your home.
But the pilot program is only in effect in 3 California cities, Palmdale, Lancaster, and Ukiah. At this moment, there are no plans to expand the program to other cities. So for now, if you find yourself with an unexpected tenant, legal action in the form of an unlawful detainer is the first step you should take. But that option could take anywhere between 30 to 60 days. In some cases, homeowners become so desperate and frustrated, they offer cash to get their home back.
There's other creative ways to kind of get these folks out. If it's purely economic, there's a cost to filing a UD action. You could do a cash for keys, to where I would prepare an agreement.
Paying the squatters off in the hopes it will cost you less in the long run. Now, if it's determined that law enforcement can't help you remove that squatter, the next immediate step should be legal action. In Sacramento tonight, Simone D'Alba, Fox 40 News.
Thanks a lot, Simone.